Hey everybody, it's Tuesday again. And I don't know about you, but it feels like this week went by so fast. It feels like we were just doing glitter and here we turn around and it's time to get together again. So, hey everybody, glad to be here. And Teresa, it's good to see your name up here. Glad to see you. And it's been a great week. I went to Wellington, Kansas and taught for the Beehive Quilting, and we had a great group of ladies, and we had such a good time. And we did embroidery, and we did vinyl, and we did cork, and we did paper, and we had a really good time. And I apologize for my glasses. Maybe yeah, it's not, they my contacts. I was time to change them out, and I didn't feel like putting getting a new pair out tonight. So glasses it is. So I had a birthday. So thank you to everybody that sent me birthday wishes. It was a really good day. I flew home from Kansas and had then Ron picked me up and we had a nice dinner. So we had a great time. So you'll see something that's a little bit different here in my layout than normal. Normally you don't see this in my shot, and but I wanted to leave it because tonight I thought I would talk about my X tool. And I've had it for a good while, and I've talked about it just a little bit here and there, but I really thought that I would kind of show it off just a little bit and show you some of the things that I like to do with it and how I like playing around with it. So I had a retreat not that long ago for Christmas in July, and we do it every year, twice a year in Clark Range, Tennessee. And right down the road from Clark Range is a community called Muddy Pond. Sounds a little bit, but I want to show you what I got there. So this is, I can't even get it all into the camera. It's hot pinkish red leather. So you can see I bought a ton of it, and it was even bigger, and I split it with somebody else. And I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with it just yet, but I want y'all to tell me, how much do you think a big thing of leather cost? Because I was pleasantly surprised for what I paid for it, but I thought I would kind of show you. I'm going to do several things with it. I'm going to make a bag with it and put a lining in it, maybe. I may leave it raw because I love the smell of leather. And I thought that, so I just cut a piece and I'm going to show you. I've been practicing and playing with it. But what I love about this laser, and I have a bigger laser, but I love this one for the portability of it, and two, just being able to do small things. And it's small, but very mighty. I'm going to say that. And you forgot to take a picture of it. So to me, I always say if there's no photo, there's no proof. Hey, Reen. Hey, Judy. Hey, Pamela. Hi, Kelly. It's good to see all these names on here. And Jess is cracked again. So it's good. It's good to see you. So we have some new people after being in Kansas. And we know we love new people and love welcoming them. So I am going to, yes, it was $40. So that's how much it was. And I wish I'm trying to unfold so that you can see. And here it all is. And this is half of it. So that was half. So it was absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, I've cut a little piece and I'm going to change camera views in just a moment so that you can see. Hey, Jeanette, I am so happy to see you here. And I feel like we've bonded over the last 3 days on email. So, I'm welcome. And for everybody, I will make a reminder, if you didn't see my post, that Mr. Crafty Pants launched a new advent calendar box. It's 24 days of items and projects and gifts. Oh my. So that was launched this weekend and it will ship out in November. So I've had a busy time keeping up with emails and trying to help behind the scenes on that. So it's beautiful, and I'm glad to get to be a little part of it. And Tammy, I know this is normally the time that you are eating dinner, so thank you so much for joining me, because your family may be starving, or you may be watching silently, and they don't know. So I'm going to change my camera. Hey, Ed, it's so good to see you. I hope that you and Fran are doing wonderful. So let's just go over, and Facebook and everything loves to make a few changes. So of course they've made yet another change, and they moved where my camera spot is. So I have just a piece of that leather, and you can see that I've been practicing, but I'm going to, takes me just a moment because I have to go over to my XTool software also to be able to show you that. And let's see, I'm going to just move some things around real quick and kind of let you see, hopefully, because I'm in another screen. The first thing that it does, if you can see right there, it gives me a square of where that is going to be lasering. So I'm just going to move that so that you can see it, and I tell that to stop. And then I can come over to my settings and tell it what I want it to be. And you have some different choices, and you have what power you want your cutter to be on. You have what speed you want it to do, if you want it to do 1 or 2 passes. And then you have lines per centimeter. And so those are kind of some of the, I guess, parameters that come up for it. And then I'm going to shut this in just a second so that you can see how fast this goes. So I'm going to close it, and I'm hitting start. And it says that it's going to take all of 17 seconds. So I'm going to peek so that you can kind of see it going. Like I said, it's hard to do all of it at one time just because sometimes I'm moving things around a little bit. Sorry, I'm running 2 different things here. For some reason, I can't get it to show up on camera. So it's hard to get it to show because of the screen, but I'm just going to show you up close so that you can see how I had kind of lined those up a little bit. So you can see, and that's me just kind of, that was playing with different settings into that leather. And next to it, so that I can use it inside, I have right here a little, I don't know what that's called, but it's like a, words have just left me today, everybody. Words are just leaving me left and right. It's a box so that I can use it inside. And I'm not, my camera just locked up. And it's one of those to where there's several, I love that there's different camera views to show, but then every once in a while, things go wrong. Like right now, it's frozen on me. But I have this camera that's working. So it's going good. So I will show you, and maybe you can see how tiny this is. So you can see right there how I put my name on this pair of scissors. See if I can get it to zone in just a little bit. It's kind of hard to get it to get that clear, that small. There we go. So you can see if you have that, I can put names on scissors. I have them here on another pair to show you different kinds of scissors that I've done. Go. And this one is not the We Create. This is the Xtool F1. And yes, the leather does smell, and it smells amazing when it goes. So I thought that I'm going to, I love having my name on stuff, especially when you go to a retreat and things. So if you can see, there's two little colors, and you can dial it in, and you want the red and the blue to match. And so that way you dial those two in, and then you can be able to cut with it. And I did just get a brand new computer yesterday, so hopefully I will get it set up, and maybe some of my little computer problems like this will go away. Hey, Nikki, I know you are the queen of engraving. You have lasered for many years also. So like I said, I have 2 or 3 things running in the background, and I feel like my new computer, hopefully I know by next Tuesday when we meet again, I will have that all set up and no problems. And I wish I would have had it set up tonight, because this one is just absolutely going crazy on me. So if it actually goes out, then I'll come back in just a moment. So we'll see what it's doing. And we're going to try to get it to change. And it did. Oh my goodness. So let me see if I can get that to go in the background. I'm going to try to get that tool to cut. And then you can see some of the other things that I have done. I love all the different kinds of fonts. The software is super easy to use, and I mean like super, super easy. So many things that you can do, and there's, things that you can't, and there's things that's not safe, and so you kind of learn and you read and you educate yourself. You don't do anything with PVC because those have toxins, and so, again, you kind of get knowledgeable on the things that you can. I tend to do a lot of leathers and those types of things. So let me go back one step, and that way I'm going to hit go so that we can see it on my turner and boning. And I think it's amazing. Some of these things are 18 seconds. That's how fast they can go. So the one that I'm doing right now, and trying not to film because, like I said, it's bouncing back and forth, it is 18 seconds. So I like how, small that you can do it. So I also do some denim, and I've added a few more pieces to my dolly jacket that we glittered last week. So that way, I'm not even going to try to move the camera right this moment because the camera was not cooperating. But there you go. So you can see how easy it is. I'm going to practice on my old computer, the one that's giving me problems right this moment. But look, I did even my AirPods. And so I put my name on my AirPods, and so excited, just absolutely so excited at some of the things that I can do. So since cameras are kind of here, so I got a bunch of these they're little tiny little cardstock books. I probably got 100, I don't know, 30 of them. They had them for maybe 25 cents, maybe at Michael's. And I thought, for crafting and so many things, you just need little pieces of paper. So then I went through and lasered different things on them. And I think they'll be cute for little place cards, even to add little, I'm going to do a buttonhole on it and put one on my jackets, like when they're on display to talk about it. But I thought that would be fun to laser some of the things. Some of the things. I'm going to scoot the laser back. I'm going to try one more time to change the camera and see if I'm successful. So we shall see. I have new people tonight, and technology is not wanting to be my friend. It happens sometimes. So you can see here are some pencils that I've done. And I'm going to try to get this closer so you can see look at that on my AirPods. And I was a little bit nervous, but I was like, it's plastic. It'll be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So that was another thing. But look at what I'm working on. So this is, of course, a little denim jacket. And that is a tiny little floral spool of thread. So I was trying, every denim is a little bit different, and as far as how thin or how much it's been bleached, those kind of things. So I've been doing some testing. So I do it on the inside before I start working on the outside. So I will post some pictures of a final project with the dolly, because I'm really, really excited about how that's coming out. So we saw doing the glitter. I've added rhinestones. I've embroidered on the back of it. I'm fixing to laser a little bit more of it. And I just did a couple of designs of lasering, and I'm so excited. So I've been inspired with the dolly theme. So that way y'all get to see it and all the happy things that go on there with it. And, what has been going on with all of you. So I'm talking about everything that I've been working on. What have you been working on? And let me know some things that you would like to see. So I have been traveling a little bit more, doing some retreats. Software is some things that people have asked about. It's hard when people ask about software because they just say software. And then I'm like, well, what kind of software? Some of it I feel comfortable teaching, some of it not so much. Some of it I have a friend that's a couple friends that are geniuses, and I could tag them along. Just depends on what you want to see. So do you want to see more scan and cut kind of projects? Do you want to see more embroidery? Tell me what you want, and then that way I can work on it. The next thing is I have done a couple retreats, and when we posted pictures, everybody was like, oh, I want to see that. I want to do that. And I told you, I asked, would you like a virtual? And several said yes. So I'm working on details on the virtual. I will have that posted this week. And I'm going to offer also, if you would like that, a kit. And then I'll see how many people want kits, and if it's worth shipping out and how many want them. But that's something that I'm going to look at. I will have all that information posted on So Stephanie Says and in So Stephanie Says group this week. So today's Tuesday. I'm out tomorrow, so I'll have it probably posted Friday afternoon is my hope. So that way, and I'll post some pictures and just kind of show you some of the things so that you can see. And again, this is the Xtool F1. There is one that's bigger. It's called the F1 Ultra, and it has a bigger area to be able to engrave with. I also have a rotary turner that goes with this putter that's beautiful. The one thing that I can absolutely positively say about Xtool, I have never received something in the mail that was so beautifully and perfectly presented. I knew without a doubt there was no way that anything was going to be banged up. It was top notch. And the instructions from the time I got it shipped to me opened up, I had done my first laser thing in about 19 minutes. And I probably stopped to go get a cup of coffee, if y'all know me. So from box to doing my very first project, that's how fast. It was very easy to download the software. And it's easy to pull in an SVG. So we all have cutters, most of us. We have a lot of SVG files. You just pull that in, you can change the size, and then you can even in the top, if you can tell it what you're going to cut, and it'll give you suggestions on if you need to use infrared or blue light technology to laser it. But it's really cool. So I wanted to share a little bit about it because I'm going to be showing some more. I'm going to do a tutorial and post it on Facebook also because it's a little bit different than a live version, just because it's hard to stream and talk to you and change cameras. So I'll do a little bit different format and post it. And that way, if anybody's interested, let me know. And I can answer as many questions as I can about it. I have the Xtool, and then I have the Glowforge that is more of a bed type of laser. And we all know I've had a couple of other things, but I've been very pleased with getting this one and how it came out of the box. So, I feel like that was a whirlwind all of a sudden. So everybody, I hope that y'all are having a great night. It's Tuesday, so what does that mean? It is Tuesday night tacos here at our house. Actually, not at the house. We'll go to a restaurant and grab them tonight. But I have some other news that I'm going to share very soon, so stay tuned. Some of you will be a little surprised, and some of you may cheer me on, hopefully. But I will be posting more and letting you know. So everybody, hope you have a phenomenal night. I'm glad I got to share a little bit with my laser, and you could see some of the different things. So do you think that I should try lasering my phone? That's what I think I'm going to do next. I'll do just a little piece and then we'll see how it goes. And then we'll give it a try. If I'm successful, I'll take a picture. If it's a fail, guess what? I'll take a picture of that also so that you can see. So everybody have a phenomenal night. I'll post some more information very soon. And I will see you in person or via StreamYard very soon. Bye, gang.